Hey everyone, welcome back to our Monday movement. I can't even start a video and the cat's already in it. This is Lydia over here. Okay, so hi, welcome back. Today's class or today's little segment is going to be about fascia and connective tissue. So I don't know if you all know this or not, but if you don't, I am taking a deep, intensive 150 hours of continuing education for yin yoga. So I will in this spring, I will be a fully certified yin yoga teacher, and it is just blowing my mind, and I'm so excited about it. And it's completely changing how I teach yoga, and it's just so incredible. And so this is a just a regular tennis ball. It actually was my dog's, but she doesn't like regular tennis balls. She only likes the ones that squeak. So this is one of her old tennis balls. So a tennis ball is all you'll need for this activity that we're going to do. If you don't have a tennis ball, you can use anything that is kind of that shape, firm, but doesn't have to be like super hard. Lacrosse balls. If you have one of those like blue workout balls, do you guys see this? Okay. Cats are like fighting. Anyway, so some like the blue like massage balls for your body or whatever, anything like that you can use for this class. So what I want you to do, and it's going to be a really short segment, but I want to show you how connected your body is. And we talk about that as body workers, as yoga teachers. We talk about everything's all connected, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So go ahead and this is Lydia. Okay, so grab a tennis ball, and I want you to start by just finding Tadasana, finding a mountain pose. Stand up nice and tall, take a deep breath, take inventory of your body. So kind of noticing how your body is taking up space. So noticing your head, your shoulders, your hips, all the way down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a forward fold. And so we're just going to take our hands to our thighs, and we're just going to slide our hands down our legs. I have done no stretching this morning. And so this is like me completely cold, nothing done. So I'm just going to slide it down, and I get to about here, and back of my legs are like, woo-wee, they're tight. So my hamstrings are very tight. Being a yoga teacher does not mean that I'm super flexible. I spend a lot of work warming up my muscles. So I get to about here. If I were hanging, which is not good for the body, if I were just kind of hanging, I'd be like right here. So just keeping your hands on your thighs, kind of noticing how, how tight the backside of your legs are. All right, then bend your knees a little bit to come up. Take your tennis ball. Go ahead and drop it on the ground. You can hang on to something for a little bit of stability, and we're just going to work our feet. So I'm just taking the tennis ball. There's no simple technique. I'm just rolling it around the bottom of my foot, anywhere it feels good. And it does feel really good, actually. And I'm not like digging into it. I'm just kind of rolling. I'm doing a little bit of pressure, just enough to feel like a nice massage on the bottom of the foot. So I'm going from the ball of the foot all the way through the arch toward the heel. There's a little space right kind of before the heel that feels really good. To the arch side, to the inside, the outside of the foot. I'm just kind of just rolling it back and forth. So just whatever feels good. Again, it doesn't have to be super, super deep. We're not trying to dig out every issue in our foot. We're just rolling it out. So it's been like 30 seconds maybe doing that, just kind of rolling it back and forth. And then we're going to switch sides. So then switch to the other foot, and this foot feels even better. My feet are tired today. So just rolling it back and forth. Like I said, I'm holding on to my mantle just for a little stability. I could do it without, but just grab onto something really easy. Just kind of feeling through the bottom of the foot, kind of massaging that. I know a lot of us deal with foot pain. I know a lot of my clients have foot pain. They have what doctors are calling plantar fasciitis, or just all kinds of foot pain. And I'm not saying that it's not, I'm just saying that's their diagnosis. And what we're really learning about, what Tom Myers, who is this pretty renowned, I'll call him a myofascial expert, a fascia expert, talks about is just the way that the connective tissue in the body is all connected, and it's just this big sheath. And so we identify the plantar surface but really it's all connected. I'll explain more about that. Okay, so I've now massaged the bottoms of my feet. I want you to find that Tadasana again. Take a breath, kind of notice how your body's taking up space, kind of check in, hands on thighs. And I want you to just start to slide down and just notice if you can go any further. So for me, that actually just rolling through the feet gave me a little bit more where my fingertips are now on the ground. And I'm still feeling about that same stretch. So before, when I was like here and I was like, yep, that's like about it. I can now get here and feel that same level of tension. Bend the knees, come on up. So now we're gonna take the ball, and because everything's connected, we're gonna work another part of the body. So we did the bottoms of the feet. Now we're gonna come down to the ground and we're gonna massage with our tennis ball, our calves. So calves, I'm talking about from the back of the heel, kind of the Achilles part, to just before the knee. So we're not going up behind the knee, just to about here on the knee, or before the knee. So I'm just putting the ball on the ground and I'm just going to lay my leg on it. So it's just, I'm not pushing, I'm just using the weight of my leg. And then I'm just going to scoot my body around. So I'm using my hands behind me and I'm just going to kind of scoot around. There might be some tender places. If, moving around on a tennis ball is maybe just not a good place for your body right now, you can take a tennis ball and kind of rub it into your leg. They make like rollers they kind of like rolling pins for muscles. And then you can use your hands to kind of help you massage through that and kind of roll through that. My foot is as relaxed as I can make it. I'm not trying to like engage the muscle. I'm trying to just keep it nice and relaxed. So massaging through the calf. Excellent. And then we'll switch sides. So again, like maybe 30 seconds. So now I'm going to put it on the other side. My opposite foot, I'm just placing on the ground and kind of pushing into that foot so my hips can lift up a little bit. It's not like the easiest thing to always do is this, but it's beneficial and it's worth it. So find a way that works for your body to massage that calf. Mine rolls around from side to side a little bit. I've got definitely some tender spots, particularly toward the outside of my calf. So again, this actually also feels really good. If you have a big foam roller, you could definitely just put your leg over a foam roller. So again, just massaging through that calf. All right, come on up. Come to that same standing position. Kind of take inventory of your body, notice hands on thighs. And then we're just gonna slide our hands down and notice if you come a little bit lower. So I'm a little bit lower. So now like my knuckles are coming down to the ground before I feel that deep stretch in the back. So you can let your head hang. Bend the knees before you come up. All right, one more time. We're gonna do this. This one's a lot harder. We're gonna go into the hamstrings. So if you actually have a big foam roller, that's gonna be way easier than a tennis ball. So I find that I can't, my thighs hit the ground when I try to put a tennis ball there and then roll around, so that doesn't really work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of sit on the tennis ball and just kind of leave it there for a few seconds. Maybe I could like move my body around a little bit, but I'm not rolling my whole body. That's too much work. So I'm just taking it. So the hamstring, we're going from just above the knee. So again, I'm not going right behind the knee. That's really, there's lots of important things right behind the knee that we don't want to get into. So I'm going above the knee and I'm just going to kind of sit, opposite leg can kind of do whatever. And I'm just kind of leaning into it to get a little bit of pressure into the hamstring. So it's just kind of a direct sustained pressure is what we call it. And so I might keep it there just for a few seconds and then I'm gonna lift my leg up, move it up just a little bit and kind of press it down again. So I am pressing a little bit, like leaning into my leg just a little bit. Should not be painful. Should just be kind of a direct sustained pressure, again, in the back of the leg, and find a spot that feels good. And you might have to kind of find a good spot because the hamstrings, there are multiple. So since we're not rolling around, we're not necessarily going to find the exact spot for all of them. And then, like I said, it shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't feel nervy. It should feel like just someone's kind of pushing into a muscle. So You can go all the way up to your sit bone. So there's a bone like right near in your bottom. Those are your ischial tuberosities. It's where your hamstrings attach. So we'll do one leg and then we'll do the other. I'm gonna start at the top on this leg just because. So I'm just gonna sit on it just a little bit. Again, be mindful. We're not trying to like bruise your body. And if you feel like you can massage it by wiggling around a little bit or moving your leg, like I said, a foam roller would be better for the hamstrings, but I forgot to grab it before I hit record. So here we are. So just kind of moving it up or down the leg, little bit by little bit. Just letting that stretch out that muscle a little bit, stretching out the connective tissue. And then we'll go ahead and remove that. Come on up. Come all the way up to standing. Take a moment and just take inventory. Notice your body. Deep breath in, hands on thighs. And go ahead and slide it down. My whole hand is now finding the floor. So what we've done is we have engaged and softened and stimulated to some extent the connective tissue, not even necessarily the musculature, but the connective tissue from the bottoms of the foot all the way up the back side of the legs, which comes all the way up. And it actually attaches to your forehead. So you have this huge sheet of connective tissue that goes all the way down the back side of the body. We've not particularly stretched anything. We've not stretched the muscle, but what we've done is warmed up and allowed the fascia, the connective tissue, to adapt to what we're doing. Because fascia, it's controversial to say it doesn't stretch, because it does a little bit, but it doesn't stretch in the way that muscles stretch. And so we can do a lot of those same things on the front side of the body. So doing the quadriceps and up into the belly to find more space on the front side of the body. But it's just this incredible interconnection of connective tissue. And so by what we did, kind of warming up, stimulating it, it allows it to engage and restructure. And that's what gives us that little bit of space. And that's what yin yoga does. So if you have never taken a class from me, I would really encourage you. I would love to have you come. You can come in person. I also have online available through the yoga space and the yin yoga class. So it's going to get into that connective tissue and give you some structural change. So short class today. I just wanted to show that to you. So you can do that working through your feet. I highly encourage you to work through your feet. They don't get near enough love. So we did feet, hamstrings, and calves, and that helped us into our forward fold. And so if you try it, comment in the drop a comment and let me know. They like, come on up. If you did do it, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys later.